I can't believe you checked that.
Well, I'd just like to thank you all for coming. I must say, I must be some lucky fellow. Who would have thought that I, Robert Martin, will be able to marry a glamorous showgirl, and that glamorous showgirl will be willing to give up a successful career for me, Robert Martin. Now, if it weren't for prohibition, I'd say, let's raise a glass.
Here, here.
Miss Janet Vandergraff, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Absolutely not.
Excuse me?
The groom mustn't see his bride on the day of the wedding. It's bad luck.
I hope you all heard that, because that's the plot. Basically. Hang on for the ride.
Breakfast will be served in the Arabian room.
Hey, it's a little early in the days of drinking, don't you think? I don't understand the question. You just keep Janet away from Robert. You're the chaperone. That's your only job.
Aye, aye, Mon, Captain. Oh, Robert, who's my little monkey?
I am. I'm your little monkey.
So, the bride and groom are whisked away, and we turn our attention to the beef while, which involves a pretty
Mr. Feldzieg!
Get me married and leave it showing me!
Mr. Feldzieg!
Doesn't she know I got obligations?
Mr. Feldzieg, I can be your leading lady. You said it yourself. I'm useless in the chorus.
Kitty, for the last time, you ain't got what it takes.
But I can taking lessons. Singing, acting, ballet. Yeah, I'm pretty good too. Last week I auditioned for Swanee Lake.
A little annotation. Kitty and Feldzieg were a couple in real life. Jack and Sadie Adler. Now this is a familiar comic construct. A stupid woman. And her long-suffering companion. Well, she appears stupid, but in the end she does something clever that makes everyone question whether it's all just an act. The irony is that she really was quite stupid. Jack had to explain all the jokes to her apparently, but still, she had a wonderful career on stage. At the time, theater was the only place where stupid people could earn a decent living. This was before television.
Kitty, I don't have time for this.
A penny full, Mr. Feldzieg.
Not now.
Perhaps a nice profiterole.
Look, I'm not hungry.
Then perhaps we can give you something else to chew on.
Yeah, something that ain't food.
What?
Your confusion is to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also, and primarily, employees of a certain individual.
A certain individual?
A certain individual who happens to be the largest single investor in the Feldzieg Falls.
He has sent us here
As pastry chefs,
to express his concern about Miss Vandergraff's impending nuptials.
specifically,
That if she gets married and leaves the show, then there ain't no show.
Hey, don't I know you?
no, you don't.
Have you ever spent any time in Toledo?
Have you ever spent any time in a coma?
No, but I have a cousin in Seattle.
Kitty, look, if you tell your boss this wedding is never going to happen, you have my word.
Oh, we'll take your word, all right.
But to go back on that road would be a recipe for disaster. Now we hope we've made ourselves perfectly eclair.
One can only hope.
You just gotta be kidding me.
A trifle much.
Don't tar with me.
All right, you can drop the pastry chef routine.
Alas, we ganache. We're on the lamb.
Lamb's an entree, you macaroon.
The gangsters were played by an interchangeable vaudeville duo, the Waddle sisters, Florence and Clarice Waddle, famous for donning manly attire. They were born Svetlana and Bushman on Slaughterwoods, but were renamed at Ellis Island by a confused immigration official. They were an early example of typical Broadway gangster, full of wordplay and stylized movements. not very intimidating. Unless you find dancers intimidating. Which I do. But for reasons that would not be appropriate to the situation.